Yo, what's
Yo,
up, Big E?
that was rough.
I'm sorry, bro. I obviously caught the beginning of it and just the very end of it being on that call, but
Yeah, no, you're good, bro.
ugh,
It happens.
still
It's all
feels
good.
for you.
I really wanted to be able to stream more of the matches in this tournament too, so it happens. Hopefully we're live. Okay, we are live again.
Okay, BV's live. I should be subscribed to Seeking.
Okay, we're gonna need to update this live here. Update everything live here.
Oh, I'm not. I'm actually not. There's the Peppermint Captain.
Hey, what up, Icarus? What's up, bro? Got round two here. Hold up one second. I'll be right back.
What's up, Icarus? Who are we supporting? We're supporting an excellent tournament match duplicate. That's who we're supporting. This is an unbiased tournament. We simply want the cream of the crop to rise to the top. What's up, X? What's up, Mike? PC only turning.
All right, I am back.
Let's go. Good day, Queen E. That is indeed me. I'm here. I made it. I finally made it.
Who are you supporting, Empy? I'm not supporting anybody. I'm supporting everybody that plays in this tournament and doesn't drop out.
But if you did drop out, watch your backs.
No support.
Pacific Northwest rolling in strong.
Oh shoot, I gotta.
Except for Liam, because I just want to hug him.
I know. Yeah, he's the only one. Miss that guy.
Yeah. Duplicate, I am the truth comic. That is me.
The
I
one and
tell truthful
only.
things. I make jokes, most of which is my gameplay, but that's another conversation for another time.
Hey, bro. Same here.
No, bro. See, that's the difference. That was your exception that proves the rule. That's typically how I play.
God, I had to set up all this stream stuff. We're lacking.
Well, I appreciate you doing it, and I'm sure the people do also, because all this takes a
Yeah.
ton of work that people don't realize.
Yeah, a lot of work behind the scenes for sure. Got Bewee's picture, and I just gotta get Seaking's. Oops, this is the wrong one.
A
Roughly the same size. Cool. All right, now let's get up.
I'll let the guys know that we're almost there.
So close. Okay.
Oh dang, you weren't kidding about a Beewee C1 season.
Yeah, bro, he's cooking. Seaking or Beewee?
Seeking the impatient. Come on now.
Is he impatient right now?
Where's that classic British waiting?
Real. I don't know why it's doing that, so we are going to make a new source. I had everything perfectly set up for the last match, but this one I didn't. So
Well, like we said, bro, the work
a lot of work.
takes work.
think Beewee plays on an iPad. Makes it a little bit more
I think that's
difficult.
true. Yeah, yeah. Oh, look at that, ladies and gentlemen. It's coming together
Slowly but surely.
slowly but surely.
They look about even to you.
Yeah,
Pretty
it's pretty
close.
close. Yeah, it looks like BV could get a little bit bigger. All right, I think we're basically even here. It's looking solid.
Alright. These.
How you doing, Mike? A match should start here in the next couple of minutes, duplicate. We're all just about there.
Technical difficulties, that's all.
Yeah, no, not even technical difficulties, more like technical perfections being
That's
put into
true.
place because that even sizing going on.
Yep.
And we want to make sure that your viewing experience is top notch.
High tier
Even if that
experience.
means we got to do a little setup in the beginning.
Exactly.
What's up,
Alright.
Stone? Good to see you.
Just lined up.
Unfortunately, the Rook took the round versus Empy. Took the
I
match.
got cooked by the rook. But it happens. Okay,
I guess his he had an appropriate renaming to the cook.
exactly. Alright, we're gonna do this real quick. Need to pop out the chat because that's the only way I can see. It's really hard. Like I only have two monitors. I have a. I'm trying to.
I feel that. I thankfully my second monitor is rather large.
Yeah, trying to make her work here. Okay. Back to the tournament. Nice.
What's up, apples? It is I, the truth comic.
One and only. Okay, I think we're pretty much ready to go. I'll just hop into their streams and tell them that they're good to start it up.
Let's go. Let me mute them up.
All right. So this is round 2 of the tournament. This is a heavy hitter match. I'm really excited for this one. Two really great players. Beewee's currently C1. He's been cooking. Everything should be set up now except for potentially we're gonna have to like pause a stream or something like that to make sure that they're both on the exact same time.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like Beewee's a little bit ahead of Seaking here, so I'm just gonna pause it real quick. What up, everybody? Yeah, we got Truth on call, so Truth's gonna be our play-by-play guy. All right, we're gonna pause
What's
it
up, Robert? Good to
now.
see you. What's up, apples? Doing well. Pleased to be here. Big shout out to Empy for bringing me in. And to his point, excited for today's match. Talk about some kings of the contest today.
Real Kings.
No doubt.
All right, so it looks like we got Beewee on the left side of the screen, and we got Seeking on the right side of the screen. Seeking is going to be banning Dark Phoenix, Juggernaut, and Starkey. Seeking has a super niche roster that's difficult to play against, and Bewee's going to be banning Photon, Thanos, and Korg. Interesting bans there.
Mm-hmm.
So we see Beewee take Black Cat off the rip. She's a super versatile champion. She can take a lot of different matchups. A little surprising that he took her so fast, I think, since Photon's banned. But we'll see. We'll see what the strategy is there. We got Seeking taking Shothra and Onslaught in the first round. Shothra will be the Serpent counter more than likely. He did get Kushala as well, so we might see Kushala there. Seeking
Mm.
takes Spot as well. Spot is a rare champion to see in many decks, but Seeking loves Spot, and he's actually so valuable as a champion.
Mm-hmm.
There's Seeking, so
Mm-hmm.
that's why we see Beewee take that Black Cat off rip, because Seeking has that rank 4 thing, and you need to have a counter there.
Mm-hmm.
Um, he also took Gentle. I just dealt with Gentle and absolutely hated my life, so started banning him. He's just a super OP defender. I wish I had him. I don't know. Do you have him, Truth?
I do.
Yeah. You
I
have him
do. I
rank
have him.
3?
I actually took him to rank 3 for this meta.
Smart. Very smart. Yeah, super valuable defender
Yeah.
there. So we get see
Yeah.
Beewee go with Maestro and Zola in the last round, and might see reroll out of Seeking here, or he's just gonna go for the Prowler. Not too sure what Prowler's for, but Seeking's a crazy player, so he probably has some sort of plan with that. I think Beewee has a slight advantage on the draft here. So we have Seeking placing first. We're gonna see Zola placed by Seeking. Beewee has probably Kushala for that matchup.
Mhm.
And then, or actually, sorry, we saw Beewee play Zola. All right, I got it mixed up.
Yeah, I think
Beewee
he's
plays
gonna bust
Zola.
out the spot for that.
Yep,
Yeah,
yep.
that's a smart call.
And we got Maestro versus Atuma on the other end. I think this is a throw around for Beewee
I would
because,
have to agree with that.
yeah, he didn't really have, from what I saw, he didn't really have anybody for Atuma.
Hmm.
And yeah, I'll
Also
let
got
you
a
go
big
ahead,
maestro too.
commentate over
No,
this,
we're
Truth.
good, man. We'll shout it as we go. So again, yeah, Seeking coming in with that sneaky spot versus Zola matchup that was made aware to me here in the last month or so. I haven't done the rank up, but for a spot player, he knows what he's going to do. And so he's chipping it down. I think to your point, BV's probably got a throw around. He's taking quite a bit of health back as he's chunking down this Atuma, but rank 4
Yeah.
Maestro's a chunky boy, and if Zola goes a little sideways, no, this is done. Seeking's going to
Looks like he's
close
not
that
going to
out
kill him with
quickly.
the SP2. Just about doesn't, but that's okay.
He
Yeah,
kills
and he's down.
himself on
Yep.
the way out.
Really, really great fight out of Seeking there. And honestly, like Spot is another champion I don't have, and just watching Seeking play with him, it makes me want to have Spot.
That's fair. I mean, the knock has always been the block damage.
Yeah, definitely. But I think his versatility kind of outscales that a little bit.
Yeah, that's fair. Especially with someone like that Zola. I mean, everyone's going to take block damage versus Zola.
Exactly. Except for like maybe Starkey. Pretty much it.
Hmm.
All right, so we're seeing Beewee place the Gentle there. So now Beewee's in attack mode. He threw his first round. Now it's time to lock in and try to cook. And then we see. Oh wait, I keep getting these mixed up.
Yeah, you mixed up.
Yeah, I keep mixing them up. Okay, my bad. So we got Seeking is going to be facing Serpent, and then Bewee's going to be facing Gentle with Kushala. I'd say Seeking has the advantage in this matchup.
I'd agree with that. Good start by both of them. Both couple great Kushala players. I expect them to be that way. Seeking, of course, going straight to the
Yeah.
special two. That's probably the start with Kushala this meta. It looks like Gentle's
Oh,
not quite playing ball over there.
Seeking
Oof.
just yeah,
But
he didn't
Seeking
have
gets smacked by that serpent.
the parry up, and oh
Oof.
no,
Goes for the light, gets clipped.
yep,
Oh man.
it's not looking good.
The BB just needs to be clean, close this out, play around the unstoppable.
Yeah, I think Bewee's gonna
He's
have
gonna be in a
this.
fine spot. Oof.
Yeah, it would take a pretty big fumble at this point from Bewee to not win this. You're seeing Gentle's just health is just going down so fast at this point. So that's the biggest thing of Kushala versus Serpent in this meta. In my opinion, I've only done it a couple times because I normally ban Serpent, but I like to
Hmm.
parry that SP1, like back up, parry the
Hmm.
SP1, then you get that charge up. Man, it honestly didn't go great on Bewee's end, but
No.
as bad as it went for Seeking there. So
Yeah, it's a
now
tough one. I've definitely been clipped by that this meta. Thinking I have my unblockable spell up and I just don't have it.
exactly, and even though Seeking lost that round, he's in a prime position to win this. Bewee has no defenders. Yeah,
This
Bewee's
is where
gonna
the
have to
Black
place
Cat
Black
came
Cat.
in.
Yep.
The defensive Black Cat. I can think of two people on this call who have lost to defensive Black Cat before.
That's a
Oh,
beautiful point. I tried to crossbones her once. Honestly, her SP1 always catches me off guard. She's just not a normal defender that you see.
yeah.
So we're seeing Seeking go for the Prowler, which is kind of interesting. I thought Seeking would go for his Shothra. I feel like Shothra's a little bit quicker of a fight, but Seaking knows all. So
Yeah, we gotta trust him, right? When someone's cooking the
exactly.
way that he does, we gotta trust it. To go ahead and he's gonna shut down that evade. That's a
Yep,
smart call. So now he can get his intercepts off. Doesn't have to worry about her doing any shenanigans.
exactly. And Bewee's doing
Yeah,
great
smart
over there
decision.
against that onslaught.
He is. It's just a matter of how big is this special two going to be on Seeking's side.
Yeah, this is
If he
gonna
can
be
get some
tight,
good
man.
RN, absolutely.
It's looking like the health loss is just gonna hurt Bewee way too much here.
Also, he's got to deal with this onslaught AI, and he
Yep,
gets clipped. There's that stutter step.
gonna do it.
Big, nasty onslaught. Gets Seeking the round. Well fought, gentlemen.
Yeah, very well fought on both
Good.
sides. That onslaught AI, it'll catch even the best players in this game.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well fought. Smart move with the Prowler, shutting down the evade.
Yep,
It's a big Prowler. One special two and done. It's a good fight.
exactly. Yeah, he definitely wanted to play that one safe. Shothra might have been a little faster, but Prowler is a lot safer.
Yeah.
So we
Well,
got
and this
first
this
match
is
going to
definitely a
Seeking.
safe meta for sure. Definitely a safe feeling meta, right?
Yep,
Getting clipped with parries and all sorts of weird interactions.
exactly. So let's see if they stick with the same bands. It looks like Bewee, like they both are same bands.
I think so. Looks like it.
Uh,
People loving that Deadpool X Force this meta. I get it.
yeah,
I
Deadpool
get
is
it.
very valuable this meta.
I may or may not have thrown a couple points in Coagulate just for him.
Yeah, he's really just a great champion to have.
Mhm.
Kind of messing with the sizing here. Looks like it's a little bit off, bugging me.
Mm,
There we go. Better.
these dang iPad players. I blame them entirely.
Messing everything up, man. All right, so let's catch up with this draft. So Bewee's got Dust. Rank 4 Dust is a great defender, and then he's got
Hmm.
some pretty good counter options. Seeking, he's one of the best players with Lumitrix that I've already seen. I just brought my Lumitrix up yesterday, and
Mm,
what an absolutely insanely good champ. So good. So we see Seeking take Gentle again. I think Gentle is going to be a common pickup here. And then Bewee
hmm.
last round gets that Serpent. I think Seeking has Shothra, right? Yeah, he has options for Serpent. But we did just see how bad that matchup went and how bad it can go. So I think Bewee's keeping that kind of in his back pocket here.
Hmm.
So we see the Dust placed first round by Seeking.
Hmm.
So I'm expecting to see Kushala out of Bewee to fight that.
Agreed.
And then Onslaught here, we should be seeing, yeah, Titania. That can be a
Hmm.
super, super fast matchup. The only issue is that Intimidate has not been very reliable recently.
Oh, true that.
Yeah, Bewee got his best defenders. I do think this round Bewee actually did get the advantage on draft. I think last round I preemptively said that. So Seeking's playing this perfectly.
Yeah. Nice
Very well
sneaky.
done. Gonna bait
Nice
out
little
this
heavy.
SP2. Yep. 100% health here, still looking really good. But on the other
Hmm.
side, looking pretty decent so far for Bewee.
Yeah, and
He's
he's
gonna get
really
this
getting into it
SP1 off. This is gonna go
now.
fast here.
Yeah.
But
That can.
still,
That's
Seeking's
how.
cooking that onslaught.
Yeah, we'll see. It's really gonna come down to this intimidate, if it holds or not.
Does it hold? I mean, Dust is going down, but there's too much health loss there.
He's
Ooh.
down. I think so. I think Seeking's gonna edge it out, and
Yep.
he does. Woo!
I mean, that was a
Kings of the
great,
contest, ladies and gentlemen. Kings of the
yeah,
contest.
great fight out of Bewee there, but unfortunately for him, it just wasn't enough. But Bewee now has, what I want to say is the better defenders. So basically, Seeking's defenders as it stands right now is Gentle and Domino. You could maybe see Lumitrix as a defender as well. Okay, we're
You
going to see the
could.
Domino placed here.
Yeah,
I'm curious to
probably a
see.
solid
Okay, Seeking
road wish.
uses. Okay, I think that's a smart play. I think Kushala is a little bit faster versus a rank 4 Dust.
Agreed.
So this is basically just going to be a throw around for Seeking since he won round 1. Not to say that Seeking can't do this fight very fast, but Shuri versus
Yeah, it's
Domino in this
real tough
meta.
punching up. Yeah, Shuri's just this is her meta. Now,
This is her
granted,
meta.
Domino is not playing ball with him at all.
Mm,
Doesn't get to his 10 shocks. It's going to cut him down a little bit slower.
yeah,
She's
it's
not playing in.
definitely going to slow him down. He's only got one critical shock up here. I mean, it looks like Seeking's fight's going pretty well, pretty much exactly how he wanted it to go.
Mm-hmm.
Nice,
Yep, he's
very
getting
well
into his
played.
damage loops now. Wow,
Ooh,
Serpent is completely ball
yeah,
too.
he's playing ball. Whereas Domino on the other end just keeps getting lucky. Regardless, though, it looks
Yeah,
like Bewee's
looks like
got
he's
this
going to
one.
take it. Yeah, Chef Shuri cooking this meta.
Yeah, sure, he's crazy, this meta, man.
Yeah. Well, that combined with just trying to punch up on a Serpent is never fun.
Yep.
Has to throw one last special two for good measure just to be a pain in the butt.
Yeah, so Seeking didn't expect to
Oof.
win this match or this round. So calculated throw out of Seeking there.
Mm-hmm. So you think we're going to
Now,
see Gentle or you think we're going to see Luma? Who do you think's going down?
I think we're seeing Gentle for sure.
Think
Because
so?
I believe Lumitrix is a hero, right?
He might be. I actually don't know the answer to that.
Oh,
I think
okay.
Gentle is two, and I
Okay.
know Bones does Gentle well. I've not seen Bones
Because
versus Lumitrix.
I have not either. I think Bones will do Lumitrix well if Lumitrix is a hero. Not 100% sure on that. We could just
Looking at
potentially
this
see
too.
Deadpool, though.
He goes to the X Force. Yeah, you nailed it.
Which is fine because it's an SP2 SP1 rotation, even though Lumitrix is bleed immune.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, let's see if Luma plays ball. He's got some tricky stuff after his specials. He can get a little finicky.
Yep.
There's that evade charge. He's going to have to wait out. Trying to get his intercepts. Unfortunately, Seeking already took some damage. I missed what happened
Oh
there. I don't know if
yeah,
he got clipped.
I missed it as well, but yeah, Dust is a problem in this meta for sure, and a rank 4 Dust at that.
Yeah, very true. The melt is on, but unless Luma does some damage to BV, it looks like he's going to take this round.
Yep. You just gotta bait out this SP2.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he throws the SP1
Oh, he threw
instead.
the SP1.
Looks like Seeking is done with his fight.
He is. Is the health going to cost him?
See if it does. No stun on the SP2 based on the node, but the
BV's going to
bleeds
have to
do
wait
turn
out
it
this
off.
invisibility. He's got to build all the way back to the bar of power, and
Yeah,
now he's in the corner,
he might
which is where
not.
you don't want to be with Luma.
Oh no.
Oh
Oh no.
no,
Oh,
there it
that's it.
is, ladies and gentlemen. That's
Game.
it. Gets evaded. And
Dang. Yeah.
gotta keep the spacing versus Luma, or he does this thing to you.
Yep.
It's painful at times.
And now he has to build back up to an SP2. It's already over.
Ooh, cooked. Gets him back on the step back.
Yep. Man,
And the Peppermint Captain takes another round.
it's huge. Seeking is up 2-0. This is like honestly as amazing as a player as Seeking is, with the fact that Bewee's been C1, I thought we might see a faster start out of Bewee here, but you know, like
Yeah.
anything can happen in this tournament. Man. The amount of upsets that have happened are just crazy. We got Seeking up
We got
2-0.
the game restarts going on. Smart move. I want to restart this game before it goes into Mega Buggy Trash mode.
Yep, very smart move there.
Your smart move doesn't know the light intercept. Now, yeah, if I'm not mistaken, Luma can be sidestepped. But you gotta play against him a bit to kind of get familiar with that spacing and timing.
Exactly.
And
And
to your earlier question, Luma is actually a villain.
oh, okay.
Luma is a villain.
That is definitely why we didn't see Crossbones there. Even though Crossbones still could have
And
worked. I think Deadpool was the right play. I think that Bewee should have built up closer to the SP3 then
Mm-hmm.
throwing the SP2 so that he would have just been able to basically combo into an SP1 for the kill.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know,
Completely agree.
of course, I just did my
Completely
match
agree.
and had plenty of mistakes, so anything can happen in these matches, and I fully
It's
understand
one
it.
thing to commentate, it's another to execute, isn't it?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Amazing players is very right. Deadpool X has very bad range too, so he might not be able to sidestep very easily. We're seeing the same bands out of Seaking. Seeking is locked
Okay.
in this tournament. Oh, there goes the Lumitrix.
Ooh, there goes the Luma. Yeah, he's leaving the Korg and dropping the Luma. Probably a
Doesn't
smart call.
surprise me. Yeah.
Probably a smart call.
I think the biggest thing is the fact that Beewee does not have his Juggernaut or Starkey to take that Lumitrix. It really, really hurts his counters for that champion.
Very true. Yeah, very true. Those are a couple of great ones. I mean, the only other ones that stick out to me would be Thanos or Serpent.
Yep,
Shut him down pretty well. But, tough to grab those guys who are great defenders this meta and use them
exactly.
for that match.
So we should be seeing Seeking taking this Zola. I'd be surprised if he doesn't. It's kind of crazy to see a unawakened Tiger in the deck. That is
I agree.
very surprising. Yeah, there's the Zola. So um, we're gonna see Dust and Kushala. Zola's such a great defender, man. And man, I think we're gonna see Thing here as well. Probably paired along with that Shothra. Shothra is gonna be able to take Dust. That's gonna be his Dust counter. Crossbones
Yeah.
can pretty much take everything else. Beewee really needs to get another defender here. Okay, so we're actually gonna see the Penny
Oh,
out
he's
of.
interesting. He's going with the penny. I'm a little surprised by that.
Same here, yeah. He ends up getting Black
But I
Cat
guess a
anyways.
smart call. Yeah, exactly.
Safer
Smart
bet.
call in the long run, I guess.
So
His
Beewee's got to
gut
get
must have been
defenders.
feeling it.
Yep. So Atuma's going to be a solid defender for him here. Titania's going to be able to take him. So he's going to try to split Titania with both Enchantress and Atuma there. Smart plays.
Yeah.
However,
Right.
Seeking gets Shuri at
Sure.
the end anyways, so it doesn't really matter. So let's see who Beewee places first here.
Okay.
There's the Enchantress. We should be seeing Titania for that.
Oh, the switch up real quick.
Switches it up to Atuma. Okay. There's the Zola. So we're gonna see Tiger versus Zola. So the Tiger versus Zola, it's a very late dex on the heavy. So you have to basically almost wait out like just the first hit of the heavy. You need to see two dexes if you want to get a safe
Hmm.
counter here. Let's see if Beewee knows how to do it. All right, perfect. That is
Oh, he did it.
exactly
Yeah.
what we were looking for there. This can be a really fast matchup if Zola plays ball. Beewee's playing this beautifully. He's going to let him throw that SP1. He's going to go for the counter. I don't think he has the range for that, but he's just going
Yeah.
to go ahead and throw the SP2.
Smart move.
We're seeing about the same health loss here on both sides.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Ooh.
yep. See, that's where
What is
that spacing is not trustworthy if you don't get that double dex.
Yeah.
As well as Beewee's playing this, it's looking like it's not going to be enough unless we see a
Yeah.
mistake out of
That
Seeking
health.
here.
Yeah, because he's going to close this gap pretty quick here, I'd
Yep.
expect.
Very
Hit a
fast
bunch of
fight
big
though.
carry crits.
That's a rank 4 Zola done in 45 seconds. So that's why you see Tiger get banned a lot.
Yeah.
But yeah,
But
just too
man,
much health
the
loss.
one heavy. The
Yep.
one heavy. Big nasty Zola.
So now we're going to be seeing Seeking place first here. It'll be interesting to see who he goes with. We might see Penny. Penny's a really good defender because it'll have to bait out his Okoye, I think. Talking about Bewee's Okoye. Okay, Red Skull instead.
Mm.
I think that's going to be a Kushala.
Mhm.
Oh, so we're seeing Penny for Dust. Seeking's going to go for it here.
Oh, smart call.
But I
Yeah,
don't.
he is pulling out the stops here.
Yeah, we're going to see Okoye. So we're probably going to see Crossbones round 3 defense. It's just we're not really
Yeah,
seeing it.
that's
I
what I was
mean,
thinking too.
possibly Titania round 3 defense actually, because
I
he's
don't
gonna
know. I
have to
think
pig
everything
that.
on other side has a requires debuffs, kinda.
It's true. He also needs to save potentially his Titania for Enchantress.
Yeah.
It's going to be really interesting to see what happens here.
Got this Okoye here.
Yeah, Okoye is extremely fast for
Yeah.
this fight, just in this meta in general.
Yeah.
But he's not really getting a great AI out of Red Skull. I don't
That's
think this
true.
SP2 is going to do it for Seaking here. Oh, he's going to go for 2 SP1s, so he's got 20
Yeah.
charges. Okay. Dust seems to be playing ball. He's about to lose
He
his
is here.
shield though. Oh yeah, and here's where it just starts to go down with Okoye. This fight is done.
Yeah. Not
Yeah.
quite quick enough. Man. Solid
Man,
fight though. Solid fight against a big dust.
phenomenal fight, really.
Yeah. So close. Couple 100 points.
Yep. Slight little bit of health loss out of Beewee there, but it didn't matter with how fast he did that fight. And we saw a little bit of health
Mhm.
loss out of Seeking as well because of his shield. He lost his shield. If he didn't lose his shield, that
Mm.
might have been a win for
Yeah,
Seeking,
that's a good
but
point.
that would take the absolute perfect fight. And
There's the Enchantress. We're gonna see that defensive bones. There it is.
yep, defensive bones. So
Mm.
it's tough, man. Kushala can nuke that, absolutely nuke that, but he could potentially shrug her debuffs.
Yeah.
So that I believe that's like a Sig 100 bones. Great
I think
start
this
out of
is
Beewee here with the intercept. See if he parries this SP1. He does.
the.
Very well played so far. He's going to go straight for the SP2. Does it get shrugged? It gets shrugged,
Oh, yes, it does.
which is fine. It's still doable. It's still a doable fight. So he's going to go for the heavy here. He's going to get the SP1 off
Oh,
while he can. He can't shrug all of these. He's getting another SP1. Let's see if it's right before the timer. It is.
yeah, he did. He got it in.
On
The
the other
Seeking's going
end,
into the death row. The
Seeking's
question
got that
has
SP3
what's
off.
Enchantress gonna do?
This is gonna be the win.
Ooh, it's tight. I think BV's gonna take it.
Bewee's got it.
Yep, he
Wow.
did. He took it.
Absolutely perfect fight out of Beewee there, even with the SP2 shrug off rip. Man, look at that. 48 seconds. Perfectly
Let's
played by
go.
both players.
Wow.
All right, Bewee's not going out like that.
No.
Even though I'm out of the tournament, this is way more fun. I can't even lie.
Isn't it so much more fun to be on the outside just
Yeah, man.
watching people fight and stress?
Outside looking in.
Yeah. I mean, I was a little sad when I got booted. Let's see, no change in bans. The Luma ban sticks. Okay, looks like we're holding steady after the third round of bans.
Best of 7? Yeah, this is indeed a best of 7 we see at the top. Good call on the bans. We got the same bans from the last match. I think we're going to see Kushala
Mhm.
here out of Seeking. Yep.
Have to. Yeah, you have to.
We haven't seen that rank 4 Sasquatch come into play yet for Beewee. I think that could be a late round pick. So he goes for the Crossbones and Onslaught, two very versatile champions. We're going to see Seeking grab that Mantis, and Mantis can take Onslaught fairly confidently in this meta, but looks like he'd rather go for the Penny. I think that's pretty smart because Penny can be a really valuable defender, and we can also see Penny take Dust, but he doesn't even go for Penny. Very interesting.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
I think
It
I
is an
feel like he
interesting
should
move.
have gone
And go
for.
for
I guess if he went Penny, Venom would have been taken. So good choice there. But regardless, Beewee gets his Kushala, and now we finally see that rank 4 Sasquatch come into play.
mm-hmm.
So we might
Oh, he
see
goes with the
Serpent. Ooh, reroll. Okay.
reroll.
Big reroll there.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, that big Zola is a problem.
yeah, Zol is a major issue. But Beewee
Yeah.
does get Hood potentially. Maybe he takes Hood for that. He also has Okoye as an option, but Okoye doesn't really take too much here. I think we see Hood out
Yeah.
of Beewee here, unless he hits him with a reroll, which he did. There's a reroll from Beewee's side. So we're gonna see
Shuri on the thing.
Thing and Shuri.
Don't
Interesting that
know
he
if
still
he
doesn't take
loves
Hood.
that reroll. Yeah, I don't know if he loves that reroll.
I don't think he does. We're gonna see Titania for okay, so that completely counters one of Bewee's best defenders, but Beewee does have that thing, and ooh, yeah, I think we're gonna see Dust here.
I think so too.
I think Dust, Seaking he's a great Prowler player, but it's not the fastest in this meta.
Yeah.
Yep, there's the Dust. Okay, we might end up actually seeing a offensive Sasquatch here. I'm really curious to see how this goes down.
Oh, that would be pretty wild.
Okay, there's the
Okay.
onslaught. This is where I'm expecting to potentially see this offensive onslaught. He might try
Yeah.
to place his onslaught here as well. Let's see if it happens.
Oh, he goes with the thing.
Okay. So we're going to see his shot through there. He's going to try to go for this round win. Do we see the offensive Sasquatch?
Oh, there it
There it
is. You
is.
called it.
Smart play out of Beewee
Show
there.
us
He
the
did not
way.
need him anymore.
Show us the way.
Let's see how this rank 4 Sassy does.
Oh,
Not a good start for Seeking
Seeking
there.
gets clipped by that nasty thing there.
He is playing the rock stacks well. We're
Yes,
going
he
to see a little
is.
heavy into another SP1 here. Nice.
Oh no. BV takes a little bit of a clip too, but because it's a rank 4 Sasquatch, it literally
It
does
really does
nothing.
not matter. He's got that Tanorak. Let's see. He's got 2 ruptures. Let's see
Here
how
we
fast this
go.
goes.
There's
Ooh,
one
okay,
crit.
1 crit.
Oh,
He's
he's
going to go
climbing up.
ahead
He's
and
gonna go
I
for
think
it.
he's got to bait out that SP2. He's got to bait out that
I-
SP2.
Oh, he's gonna go for it. He's out
He's
of
sending
wrath.
it. Oh, I don't know if the
Oh
send was the
no.
right move.
Oh, he hits the stand up.
It's just he's going to throw that SP. Agree.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah. He had I mean Seeking's played this perfectly since he got hit.
Yeah.
But I think if Beewee baits out that SP2, plays it a
Yeah.
little safer, I think he gets that. So, you know,
I
you
agree.
you see some players they send it because they feel like they absolutely have to. Um, unfortunately, that was a situation that he didn't have to. Of course, he doesn't know what's happening on the other side though. So I think the biggest question here is who's Beewee going to be using for Zola? Because he has to save Kushala for Maestro. So I think probably
Yeah.
Shuri.
I was wondering if he was gonna do that the other way around to that point.
Yeah,
Um, Shuri that? He could Shuri that.
he does here. I
That's
think
very
we're gonna
doable.
see him. I think we're gonna see. Yep. Seeking throws Maestro
Yep.
down. This is a throw around for Seeking.
You think maybe he uses the onslaught instead here?
He's thinking about the onslaught, but I think you need to
Yeah.
save onslaught for D.
Okay.
Yep. Then we're gonna see Prowler versus Dust. Me personally, I've taken Prowler out of my deck. I just don't like the way he performs as well in this meta. But I think with how
Same.
Seeking has his deck set up with no Starkey, I think that's the reason why we're seeing Prowler in his deck. He
Gets his
played
incinerate
perfectly
out.
so
Oh,
far. He's
he's
gonna get
playing
that.
it. Yeah, absolutely.
This is beautiful.
Ooh, I think he was expecting a special 2 there.
See, ooh, Beewee throws the
Oh,
SP2 into block. I think he expected
oh
Maestro to
no.
dash into him there. Yeah, this is not
Well, while
looking
that
good.
was going
Oh,
on, we had a rough one on Seeking's edge. He caught the edge of a special 1 and set off the sandstorm.
yeah, there goes the sandstorm. It looks like as long as Beewee can start speeding this fight up, and it looks like he's going to be able to, he should have this round. He has the health advantage.
Yeah, there it is.
Yeah, it's
There's a
ticking
big
down.
special. Man, Seeking's gonna be a little disappointed coming out of that one, but
Yep,
he's been hedging into round 3 here anyway, so
exactly. This was Seeking's plan all along. He surely would like to have just won it here, but he set himself up beautifully for round 3 with that rank 4 Zola.
yeah, he did.
Which it's a little shocking to me that we haven't seen the Zola ban. I personally would ban a rank 4 Zola, even if I had a rank 3.
I've been right on that fence with you. I have a rank 3. When I see rank 4s, it gets my eyebrows shuffling for sure.
So I do want to say too, we're seeing some of these fights.
Oh,
Oh, Shuri on defense.
that's surprising.
That is very surprising. We're gonna see Onslaught. Okay. Onslaught has a lot
Yeah,
more
it
heavy
does.
reach. It'll be very
It
interesting.
does.
I did just want to say real quick, we've seen these players mess up a couple times, even the best of the best players in this game will screw up at times. So
Yeah.
wanted to throw that out there. This should be a pretty fast fight for Seeking, even though
Yeah.
you got a lot of those armors that you got to deal with. Oh, I didn't even see what happened with Beewee, but he's taking health loss.
Oh no. Oh, yeah, I didn't see that either. I was watching the Titania here. So
It's
yeah, he
just,
just needs to finish this out.
regardless, this matchup was not expected to be very fast. If
No,
Intimidate fails here, I still don't even think if Intimidate fails, Seeking loses this. There's too much health loss on Bewee's side.
I agree. And it looks like she's gonna play ball.
Yep,
And that's gonna be
be the round.
a match for Seeking. Wow. Wow.
Big 3-1 out of Seeking here, just coming out hot.
Yeah. Yeah, it's an interesting move on BV's part. I've been curious about this matchup because I've thought about it in principle as like something that should work. And he got his disintegrations up, or his degens up, but I missed what happened at the beginning.
Yeah, he got clipped somehow, some way. Even if he didn't, though, it just didn't matter. Seeking,
Yeah.
he played his fight perfectly. He got Intimidate to work. The AI played ball. It was just way too difficult for Beewee to come out of that one. Man, Seeking's showing up this tournament. He had a pretty dominant win against Chaos. Of course, he had quite the roster advantage, but to come out here and go up 3-1 against the #1 player in the game right now,
Yeah.
that's a statement. And Seeking
It's
has
getting
the invite
spicy here.
here. I do
Getting
think
spicy.
if Beewee gets this round, I think we might see a game 7. I think Beewee, if he gets this round, he might get a little bit of that momentum that he needs.
Hmm.
So this is huge. But Seeking has the invite advantage. All right, Titania off rip. Smart play out of Beewee. There is his counter for Zola. Okay, well, regardless, he banned Zola. I didn't see that.
Yeah. We've seen the shift to your
The
comment
shift.
last round, right? Luma's back on the board.
Yep.
Zola's on the bench.
And Luma is instantly taken by Beewee,
Yeah.
but we're gonna see that Okoye is gonna be a great counter for Lumatrix. Very, very fast matchup there. I think we're gonna see Maestro taken. I think Seeking wants
Hmm.
to get an extra defender here. However, Bewee's gonna. Yeah, I had a feeling he was gonna get either Tiger or Kushal, and they both showed up in the same round.
Just immediately.
Yep. So we see that rank 4 dust taken. So unless Seeking gets another dust counter, I think we'll be seeing Lumatrix versus dust. Potentially Shathra.
Ooh,
Okay, there's the
Seeking got
Prowler.
the reroll.
I think we're gonna probably see
Yeah.
Korg here. Okay. He goes for the
It's
Enchantress.
hovering. Interesting. Interesting move.
Beewee does have counters for that. Ooh, that's huge.
There's a big nasty serpent.
Nasty Serpent and the Thing. Do we see Thing as well, or
Mm.
does Beewee feel like he needs another attacker here?
Mm.
Is the question. Okay,
Yeah, he did.
he did, and it wouldn't have mattered. So
That's an interesting choice to go with the black cat.
yeah, I think that Black Cat's probably going to be used for Enchantress. We're going
Okay.
to see the
I
penny
can see
here.
that.
There's going to be probably his dust counter. I think Beewee has the draft here.
He's in a good spot. That serpent was a big shift in
Big
that
shift.
draft.
There's the dust. We know that Seeking can do this fight in about 60 seconds, almost 100% health. So Seeking has to find
Mhm.
a stall defender here. I just don't know if he has one. Might see a Shuri,
Yeah.
potentially. An attempt to stall. Okay, there's the Enchantress. Oh, does he go Okoye for this?
No, he was to the Titania.
Yeah, there's the
Hmm.
Titania. So I am curious now why he took that Black Cat. I think it was just in defense of potentially Seeking getting the thing round 4.
Mm-hmm. That's fair.
Okay, so we're gonna see Seeking. So now this basically signals to Beewee that Penny is a defender that he has to deal with. I don't think Seaking feels like he's going to win this round. This is more of a throw, but, you know, maybe with the right RNG. Man, he's just playing this
Yeah,
beautifully.
he does. He really is so good at the opening of this fight.
Yep.
Who gets clipped by the end of that special one again, and
Okay.
then goes for the light and gets
Oh,
clipped again.
yeah. And on the other end, Bewee's having a really difficult Enchantress AI, but with what's
Oh yeah.
happening with Dust, ooh, is
Oh,
he
she
not going to
just
be able to
won't.
get
She
the?
won't let him intercept. I don't know if he's gonna
Ooh,
get it in.
oh, he's not going to be
Oh
able to get it
no.
in. He's going to take some health. The health is pretty close right now. Oh no,
Oh no.
this might, this
Oh,
might be
this
what
is now
costs him.
something to lose.
Yep. We have 70% health from Beewee, 74% for Seaking. He's going to get this
Yep.
SP2 off. This should just about do this fight. Yeah, we have 61% health for Seaking here. It's over.
There he is. Yep. He got him.
Wow.
He got him. Wow, man. Enchantress.
Yeah.
Perfect counter.
Yep.
And
And
she just does Enchantress things.
that
It's
right there
savagery.
is exactly why Seeking took the Enchantress, because he
Yep.
took a chance there, man.
Yeah.
I do feel like Black
Oof.
Cat probably would have been the safer bet.
He'll only be able to hold that Titania for something else too. Yeah, I could
Yeah,
see that.
exactly. Because he could. So now Seeking has Penny as a defender, and I'm just curious to see who Bewee's plan is for that.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna see Penny or Lumitrix thrown down here. I really do.
You think so?
Yeah.
See,
Okay.
this is where my head was
He's
get the Maestro, get the Kashal out of
get
there.
Kushala out of there. I can see that for sure. But now he has for round 3. Yes, he has nobody for Guardian. Yeah. So
The
Bewee's
Guardian
set
does
up really
double
nice. I think round 3. I feel like Bewee feels really good about that Okoye. Oh, he's gonna go for the Lumitrix instead.
I mean,
Let's
it's understandable to
see.
feel good about that Okoye
Yeah.
because she's nasty.
Seeking is gonna
But
go for the win here. We need a perfect fight out of Bewee. It's not an easy one in this matchup. Let's see if he goes for the light off rip. He sends it. Okay.
he does.
He's gonna try
Yeah,
to go for
he's
intercept. Does not happen. I think this is gonna be really, really fast fight out of Seeking here, man.
he's in the ramp.
Okay. Maestro's throwing specials. That's good for Bewee. Ooh, he gets the
Yep.
intercept. He's gonna get that SP2 here.
Oh yeah, the damage is gonna start going
Yeah, it's
now.
gonna start ticking now.
6K, 7K a tick. Gonna be tough to compete with this.
He gets the intercept again. Yep, this is Bewee's round.
Yep. Yeah, it's done. Look at that Maestro. 40
Yep.
seconds out of there.
Yeah,
Oof.
38 seconds. You
TNT.
just don't. You can't get much better than that.
Yeah. And he comes in strong. I mean, that was a strong Luma fight, but you just
Beautiful
when
fight.
Kuchala's ripping like that, you can't do anything like with that.
This is the best of the best playing the game right now.
Yeah, amen to that.
And obviously, Bewee absolutely needed that.
Yeah.
So we're definitely
So
going
do
to
you
be
think we see the
seeing
penny here or
Serpent.
the Shuri? Who do you think we're
We're
seeing
going to
on
see the
defense on
Penny.
Seaking side? The
Definitely
penny, okay.
Penny. Shuri can get cooked pretty hard by Okoye with those bleeds. Wow.
Well, he threw down the Shuri. He
Well, I
wanted to
guess he
cut her
did not
damage
agree
a
with
little
me.
bit. Yeah, yeah, I was curious. I mean, I knew the immunity, but all
Even with
right,
the
Seeking needs to
immunity,
bang out
you get
basically a
double the
perfect fight.
bleeds in this fight. I believe, right? Or is that not
That's
true?
fair. I don't know. I don't my button for Okoye is called the ban button.
That
I don't have
makes a lot of
one,
sense.
and so I don't have good
Bewee
insight.
has the advantage in this matchup, even with
Yeah,
that.
100%.
Let's see if he goes for the SP1
Um,
rotation. He's not going to go for the SP1 rotation. He's going to send it with the SP2.
yeah,
And it's
and
we're
probably a
already
smart
seeing
decision. He's about to nuke this down. Yeah,
it's
this is
over.
gonna be done.
Yeah. So this
Wow,
is this is
almost
why
50
I
lead.
would have went for Penny here, because you can
Yeah,
potentially get auto blocked. You'll lose some health, and ooh, it just
yeah,
doesn't matter on the other end.
yeah, and then he gets clipped over here by the special. Not that it was gonna be close, but just to solidify. Yeah, at least Penny could have done something, right? I think is what you're
Exactly.
saying.
Yep. Whereas Shuri is just, as we see there, 35 seconds. It wasn't even difficult.
Yeah, it's wild.
All right, so Bewee gets that round win, and like I said, man, I think this goes to a game 7 now. I think Bewee's gonna get that momentum. I'd love to see this go to a game 7. I think we've seen one or two of them so far. Of course, I haven't been able to stream any of them.
Hmm.
But man, once you get to a game 7, it's just nerves are on the line, and it is just so fun to watch. This is for a spot in the quarterfinals or round 3, if you will. One of these players will face whoever else climbs through this bracket.
There we go. Those bands are sticking. Those bands are sticking. So we're keeping the same bands from last round. The Zola stays gone. Everything else is pretty even.
Yep. So Seeking yet again, man. He really loves that Prowler.
Yeah, he does.
Okay, so
He
we're gonna
does.
see. He really likes that Shuri too. It's very interesting to watch how Seeking how he drafts. It's very different from a lot of other players in this game. I think we're gonna see the bullseye here.
That bullseye, yeah.
He's
It's a
such a
nasty
problem
one,
this
but the
meta.
immediate gentle, the immediate
Yep,
gentle. This is why he went to rank 3 for me. The two-way potential this meta is nasty.
great two-way.
Oh, and the Atuma
The
comes
Tuma,
out.
that's a smart
Okay.
play.
Yeah.
We're gonna see a reroll from Beewee here, or the Atuma and Titania. Let's see. However, Seeking does have Shuri for that Atuma, and I do like Shuri a little bit
Yeah.
more than Titania.
Oh, now we got the nice Shathra popping up, but he's got the Kushala, so I'm assuming we'll see the Korg here, you think?
Yeah,
Is it
maybe
finally time?
Korg. He does have the Kushala for the
He's got the
Korg.
Kushala.
He might be looking at that Crossbones right now.
Oh, he went to
Oh,
the
Shathra. Okay, he
Shathra.
feels
Okay.
somewhat good about his defense, is my guess. And there's
Yeah.
the dust again, man. That dust has shown up
Yeah.
every single round, and that could be his
Hmm.
Atuma counter right there, if he wants to.
Yeah, true.
I do think, however, if we see Seeking throw Atuma down round 1 here, I think we're going to see dust on defense.
See what Seeking does. He does put the Atuma down first. Probably trying to get that dust out of there.
Yep, I think, this is where I think, okay, so he's going to race.
Yeah.
And the problem with this now is that Seeking, if he uses Shuri, I don't know who he has on defense to really outspeed. Oh, we do see the Titania there.
There is the Titania. Yeah.
Very
So he's trying to get
interesting.
that dust for defense.
Yep. So let's see how this
Oh,
goes. This is going to be health loss for Beewee without a doubt, but how much
yeah.
health loss is the question, and how fast can he get this done?
It goes basically a perfect start from Seeking
Yep.
versus that Atuma.
And Beewee's not taking much health loss here. This is actually huge.
Yeah. Oh, it's starting to clip a little bit.
Just a little bit, but if he can get this SP1 off, he's going to take some hits. Nice. He takes the SP1. Does he get to his? Okay, he doesn't even go for the double haymaker.
Okay.
Oh, but gosh, look how fast that's going down on Seeking side.
Yeah. Yeah, to Shuri.
It's just, I think he needed
Yeah,
that
he's not.
haymaker to outspeed Shuri here. But let's see. Oh,
Oh, I think he's gonna
it's
be the
tight.
one that
It's gonna
keeps
go to
it.
Seeking. Yep.
Wow. Oh my goodness.
Wow.
Chef Shuri.
Yeah.
Chef Shuri.
53 seconds. But that's still, I think Bewee's still somewhat okay with that. This is kind of why I expected to see Bewee throw down a champion that he could beat in that race. I didn't
Mm.
feel good about him beating Shuri against Atuma.
Hmm.
So let's see who Bewee places here. He's going to throw Bullseye down. That should bait out the Gentle, but there's a potential that it
Oh,
won't.
no.
I think we're
That's a
going to
good point.
see, because Seeking could throw this round. We're going to see Bewee use Tiger here. Ooh, the Kushala. Okay, so this is actually super interesting because of the fact that Seeking has Titania on the other end.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Tiger can take Titania, but not super confidently.
Yeah.
This is not going to be the fastest fight for Beewee here either. With
Yeah.
that
True.
Incinerate immunity, but
Yeah.
he had
Special
to
two
do that.
rotation. Makes sense.
So he's not. So Seeking can parry in this fight because of Gentle's kit. Not going to take too much health loss either. See how Bewee's doing on this other end. He's going to try to bait out this SP2. He does. He's not going to be able to challenge this,
Okay.
though. Okay, he goes for the striker. He's going to get a heavy
Yeah.
off. We might see a... Okay, he just goes for it.
Split.
But, man, Seaking's playing this fight perfectly. He's still taking a little
Yeah,
bit of
he
health
is.
loss, though. That's the biggest thing here.
There it is, though. He got that right there.
Yep,
Gets the crit. Has to
it's
take
going to
the
be over.
recoil. Just doesn't quite end it.
Doesn't end it.
Oh my goodness.
Can Beewee get the soul barb, double soul barb? He does.
Oh,
This is
he
going to be
does
tight.
just for the
It's
split.
going to be, that's going to be it. And he gets the passive.
Oh, he got him.
Massive.
Got him. 150 points, man. That gentle recoil. Brutal.
Absolutely
Brutal.
brutal. One of the worst part about Gentle's kits. Man. Okay,
Yeah,
so
I agree.
what do we see on defense? I think we absolutely have to see Titania on defense out of Seeking here.
Yep. He goes immediately without even a
Immediately.
thought.
And the
She goes
question
down.
is, do you throw Dust or Serpent down? I want to say,
I mean,
yeah, I think he's going to use
yeah,
Dust on
yeah,
offense here. You can
yeah, I
parry
think
with
so.
Dust in this meta as well
Yeah, that's a
because
good
of the
point.
glancing. This fight can be extremely fast with Kushala, though. This is going to be a really tight matchup. This is a rank 4 Dust, though. You have to remember that. He's going to try to bait
True.
out the Haymaker fast here. That's huge. Yui's getting a perfect fight so far, or Seeking's getting a perfect fight so far.
He is. Yeah, he's playing the Serpent very well.
Yep.
Getting his parries in, getting his blessings paused, getting his intercepts.
I think the biggest question here is how fast. Okay, so he immediately goes for that heavy. Is he going to throw the SP1s? He's going to get to the SP2.
Yeah.
This is
Oh,
so
here we
close.
go. Incinerates.
Oh my gosh,
The
yeah,
tick is
okay.
starting. The tick is starting.
Let's see how
But really,
fast.
BB
Let's see
needs
how big this
crits.
SP1 is. No crits. No. Oh,
He
one
needs some
crit.
crits.
This might not be enough. We're seeing Serpent getting ticked down over here.
Yeah.
Oh
Okay.
boy.
Well, he just needs to play this wisely. The death immunity.
Safe play here. He's gonna wait out the death immunity. We need a SP1 crit immediately. Out of Beewee here. Oh, he's gonna go for.
Oh, and there it
There it
is.
is. Wow.
Wow. Wow. Effectively a perfect Serpent fight. He can't take anything from him. What a fight. What a close.
Unbelievable. Man,
What a close. Look at
so
that.
tight. We
100%.
almost had the game 7. But yeah, Seeking just had a beautiful fight against Serpent there with Kushala. Wow.
Yeah, that was wild.
Now the question really is should Beewee have thrown down Dust on defense? I feel like Dust is going to take a little bit of health, and
Yeah.
there's more that can go wrong. Now, of course, hindsight's 2020.
Yeah.
But
Hindsight's 2020. I
does
mean, there's
Serpent
just
take Titania as fast as Dust just took Titania is the question.
I mean, he shuts down the unblockable. It's arguable. It's arguable. You know, with her crit resist, maybe that made sense, right? She does have that sneaky crit resist.
Yep.
I think hindsight being 2020 because also, I mean, it's entirely feasible that Dust just gets nuked with Kushala. Like,
Entirely.
there's technically more that can go wrong, but also at the same time, it can go even faster.
I think the biggest thing
So,
there is that it was a rank 4 Dust. I think that,
yeah, that's fair.
yeah. But man, it was so tight. I think Beewee was just hoping for that extra crit, but unfortunately he did not get it. And man, Seeking moves on.
Yes, he does. The Peppermint Captain continues.
He indeed continues.
Wow.
Well, I don't.
We're not even to the quarterfinals yet, ladies and gentlemen. Imagine the entertainment you're being gifted here. Thank you, Empy, for putting this tournament together. This is amazing stuff.
Of course, yeah. I'm really happy with how it's gone so far. Some just beautiful gameplay out of really both the players in this match and in just about every match. Everybody's played extremely well and deserves to be in this tournament. Let me see if I can throw up the add one more source here. gonna look at the bracket here before we end the stream. Kind of look ahead to some matches.
Yeah, let's go.
Gonna need to set it up a little bit. I guess that kind of works. All right, so let's report some of these scores. We got the 4-2 out of out of Seaking here against Beewee. We got the Rook 1-4 against me. So Seeking is our first player into round 3, or our second player actually. We have Misery down here in round 3. Misery had a really great match against Garbo yesterday. You can go tune into his channel and see how that went. We're still waiting on these round 1 matchups. HitHack and the HitHack is currently at a Rainbow Six Siege tournament. I think he's coming back today or tomorrow. Hoping to get that match done by tomorrow, so that Stonehenge can hop in there and play. Orba versus Legacy. Legacy, he bowed out of the tournament, so we're currently trying to find a replacement for Legacy. We have somebody that we've reached out to, but have not heard back yet. So there will not be a bye here. Somebody will play this matchup. We'll find somebody to play it. Truth, what matches are you really looking forward to here?
Oh my goodness, what matches am I not looking forward to? To be quite honest. That said though, I mean, part of my heart, because he's been around my channel for a long time and I've been with him from the beginning, is I'm looking forward to seeing what Misery can do. I want to see how far that man pushes and what he's doing. Steeler beat the tar out of me the other day, so I would love to see how far he can go. It was good to see KT come out against Biz. That was unexpected on my end. I know KT is a really good player, but Biz is an absolute monster. Love to see that, and I always love seeing Andy play in tournaments. Always.
Absolutely,
His
yeah,
California cool guy. I'm big chillin', but also, basically flex my way to C1 when I want to. I love his aura.
yeah. It's crazy, man. I mean, the fact that he just like handedly 4-0'd FinTech 2 is telling that Andy's not washed. He's still there.
Henge, you're 100% accurate. I am absolutely rooting for you.
Yeah, I definitely agree with these matchups. Misery, already in round 3. That'll be really interesting to see how he does. We have Steelers going to face whoever wins this Borba versus our replacement. He's been cooking this season as well. He's a replacement player, definitely
Hmm.
very worthy of being in this tournament. He wasn't on
Hmm.
the top 30 list, basically because he just didn't play enough. But he has the skills to do that. We got Barrow versus the Rook will be a really interesting matchup. The Rook,
Hmm.
like I just faced him and he's got a very different roster. I feel like than you normally see. He's kind of got that Seeking kind of a vibe of a roster, where it's
Hmm.
a little weird to counter him. It's not the normal champions that you're seeing in a lot of decks right now, um, such as
Yeah,
like
and
the
then plus,
Killmonger and whatnot.
we've also got the Barrow, right? Barrow man
Yeah,
doing his thing and being the community's favorite villain. I think we love having him in the tournament.
absolutely. Yeah, he played just perfect, very dominant in his match against Nick, and it's going to be really interesting to see how he performs moving forward. So we got this matchup against Andrew the Ruff and I am Negan. I'm not sure exactly when that's going to play, but man, if Andrew does win it, then we'll be able to stream both POVs. That's one match I definitely want to try to stream if we can.
Absolutely.
Um, yeah, we'll see what happens with HitHack and the Kurt, but they'll have to face Big Stone in the next round. That'll be very exciting. And then of course at the top here we got KT1 and He God, two
Hmm.
replacement players. Honestly, what's kind of crazy is the replacement players have been stepping up and beating the players who
Hey,
are on the list.
when you get that shot, right? You gotta take that shot.
Yep. Yeah, so I'm seeing a lot of comments here saying Dread and Zach. I'm not going to release who it is just yet. We did reach out to a player, and we'll see what they say. I don't want to put them on the spot.
Yeah, for sure.
So yeah, why not Trap? Yeah, Trap retired. So this tournament has been very difficult to plan overall because of how many people dropped out of it. We had uh, Catley was in the top 10 retired before last season, so he was a pretty easy replacement. And then Trap, before the tournament started, bowed out of the tournament, so we got a
Yeah.
replacement for him. And then Liam all of a sudden retired, which was very shocking and very
Yeah.
sad. We'll miss that guy. Hopefully he can come back in a better fashion. Who else? Legacy bowed out as well. So Legacy was a fill-in, so we're gonna have to have a fill-in for a fill-in. And Max Havelaar as well. He also bowed out, and he got replaced by Steeler. Oh,
Man.
Lex as well. Yeah, Lex got replaced by He God.
Did he just drop out of the tourney? Or is he stepping back from the game, Lex?
He dropped out of the tourney.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, I think that's gonna do it for this stream. I appreciate everybody for stopping by. We've gotten some really great viewership during these streams, and just everybody else's streams who's been streaming this tournament. It's been going really well, and I'm really excited to see what we have in store for you guys. Any last words of motivation to leave us off with, Truth?
Oh, just thank you again for taking all the time and effort to put this stuff together. I know you in the chat appreciate it, but show this man some love. Hit that like button, pass this stuff on. I mean, these are the goats of the game coming together to fight in a tournament, and Empy's doing a tremendous amount of work in the background to bring us this entertainment. I appreciate it. I really can't wait for these matches to keep going. I'm glad that we got into this week. We've got some great stuff lined up, and I'm looking forward to commentate on some of the most amazing players we see these days.
Very well put, man. Couldn't have said it better myself. All right, everybody, thank you for watching. I'll stream the next match that I can. I will be streaming again tonight. I have another tournament match that I'm going to be playing. If there's any more tournament matches that we can fit in tonight, like I'll try to stream it. I don't know what Truth's availability is looking like, but we'll make it happen for sure.
Let's go.